Hotels abound everywhere. But when you're looking for a cozy, comfortable, luxury, and environment that will take you to the zenith of your expectations, A&T Presidential Hotels is the place. The rooms are designed to be your home away from home. We have services, both bar, room, and kitchen are all 24 hours. We have an Olympic-sized swimming pool and our gym to keep your body fit. Our staff are excellent as they welcome you with royalty. Come shake your body as our nightclub opens every Friday with Asu Barbecue. Asuya joints available all day. We have a whole capacity of about 1,500 for your occasions. Welcome to A&T Presidential Hotels, Kilometer 5, Ilesha, Owo Expressway, Akure, Ondo State. Telephone 081-4633-5949 and also 1222-6282. A&T Presidential Hotels. Comfort and class redefined.
Brand new from Nta.
I'm living in my lane, happy every day. Things are not the same, oh no. Now I chop from a buffet, unlimited buffet. Why are not deaf yet? Cause I know it's more than enough for me. Ocean no fit fish, highway no get limits. I have all I need. Data unlimited, data unlimited.
To enjoy unlimited data on your devices, visit airtel.com.ng/HBB.
Data unlimited.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
It's a place very close to you, a place easily accessible in a serene environment with adequate security. Ade Super Hotels Limited is the place with the state-of-the-art facility, spacious car park, air-conditioned rooms and suites with modern toilet facility, standard swimming pool, well-stocked indoor and outdoor baths, boardroom for corporate meetings, halls for all kinds of events and parties, a gymnasium equipped with up-to-date facilities, restaurants that provide local and continental dishes with special services for banquet and buffet. Laundry services are also available. At Ade Super Hotels Limited, you are assured of 24 hours power supply as well as best ever reception that you can imagine. Ade Super Hotels is located at Ilesha Road, PO Box 3028, Akure, Ondo State. Telephone 0803-440-4358, 034-206-855. Email adesuperhotels@yahoo.com. Website www.adesuperhotels.com. Ade Super Hotels Limited, hotel with passion for maximum comfort.
Congratulations to our poultry, pig, sheep, and goat farmers in Ondo State as Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project (LPRES) begins provision of common assets such as abattoir, slaughterhouse, pasture, sheep and goat markets, biodigester, veterinary clinic, farmer field school, artificial insemination center, training, loan support, free vaccination, among others, to enhance productivity, resilience, and commercialization of these value chains. LPRES is here to serve you. Please report header farmer clashes to LPRES for prompt intervention. You can visit your local government for complaints on GBV, sexual exploitation, abuse, and harassment at LPRES project location in your area. LPRES beneficiary profiling is always free, but know that there is no input support for beneficiaries. For more inquiries, please contact Ondo LPRES project at ground floor, ISA building, beside ADP Alagbaka Akure. Facebook page is Ondo LPRES project. Email ondo@lpresnigeria.gov.ng. Telephone 0803-395-7166. LPRES project, enhancing livestock profitability.
Brand new from Nta.
I'm living in my lane, happy every day. Things are not the same, oh no. Now I chop from a buffet, unlimited buffet. Why are not deaf yet? Cause I know it's more than enough for me. Ocean no fit fish, highway no get limits. I have all I need. Data unlimited, data unlimited.
To enjoy unlimited data on your devices, visit airtel.com.ng/HBB.
Data unlimited.
Airtel, A reason to imagine.
On the news tonight, Nta Akure felicitates Muslims on Eid al-Maulud. Stakeholders in education commend Ondo State government for new policy drive. Progressive young women push for more recognition. Good evening and welcome to Nta Akure News at 7. I'm Ifeoluwa Omoshile. Governor of Ondo State, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, has felicitated the Muslim community in the state as they celebrate this year's Eid al-Maulud, which marks the birth of the Holy Prophet Muhammad. The governor describes the special day as a moment to reflect on the lessons of tolerance, sacrifice, and peaceful coexistence, which are the virtues of Prophet Muhammad. Governor Aiyedatiwa enjoins the Muslim faithful to use the celebration to pray for the sustained peace, unity, and collective progress of the Sunshine State. He also implores the people of the state to keep faith with the ongoing developmental projects of his administration. In a statement by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Ebenezer Adeniyi, the Governor reiterates the determination of his administration to continue to implement policies and programs that will make positive impacts on the lives of the people of Ondo State. The Deputy President of the Senate, Barau Jibrin, has urged fellow Muslims to use the occasion of Maulud to reflect on the virtues of Prophet Muhammad. Senator Barau, in a message to commemorate the birth of Prophet Muhammad, described the noble prophet as a role model to all and urged Muslims to reflect on his virtues and teachings of compassion, peace, and support for one another. He urged the Muslim community and all Nigerians to pray for peace, stability, and prosperity, stressing the importance of unity in overcoming the nation's challenges. The National Assembly, he added, is committed to enacting legislations to address the gaps in the country's law, and it is working hard to amend the constitution as canvassed by Nigerians. One way towards actualizing the 35% advocacy for women in politics and other professions is for them to have requisite educational qualifications and skills. This came to the fore during a roundtable discussion at the second edition of the Progressive Young Women Forum held in Akure, Ondo State. Abiola Ariyo reports that the theme for this year's forum is cultivating new generation of women.
This gathering of young women in politics is to remind them of how powerful they are in various facets of human endeavor and the need to develop positive mindset about their qualities. It is also to call to action on how they can become the architects of the systems and structures that shape the world positively.
We will discover that we have so much female politicians. Many of them doesn't understand the capacity they have. Many of them doesn't understand that they can move mountain. Many of them doesn't understand that there are seats at the national level, even at the state level, for them to occupy, so that they will give back to their grassroots.
And we are actually orientating our women about, we are not only meant for kitchen, we are meant to be at the decision-making table.
Panelists at a roundtable discussion took time to speak on the theme, as the various speakers cited their life experiences and how the young women can navigate their way to the top and achieve positive results.
For every woman who wants to be successful, don't say, oh, because I'm married, I have a kid, or because I have a job, I cannot do another thing by the side. You can always do another thing by the side. When you choose your mentor, you have to look into him or her life. Look at what this person represents. Look at yourself and ask yourself questions.
Read more books. That trade you are learning, be an expert on it. That's how to be a new generation of women.
The pioneer national president of the forum, who is the Ondo State Commissioner for Women Affairs, Dr. Shehu Samaye, wants the young women in politics to make hard work, dedication and patience their watchword.
What we've done today is to have a conversation at promoting ourselves and encouraging ourselves through cultivation of good attitude, good character, and also being able to prioritize good values so that they can begin to sustain themselves in future through assessing opportunities.
Some participants commended the organizers and shared the lessons from the event.
As a woman, I learned that today, as it is now, when you have yourself, in fact, people will be looking for you.
The program was so lively, so it teaches us how, for a woman not to just be sitting down, that we should make sure, as a woman, we do something. We understand that we can create something for ourselves that can make us.
High point of the ceremony was the decoration of patron and patroness of the forum and presentation of awards of exemplary leadership and humanitarian services to notable individuals. In Akure, Abiola Rio, Nta News.
Ahead of the 2025-2026 academic session in Ondo State, a new education policy trust aimed at streamlining and restructuring academic activities at the nursery, primary, and junior secondary levels has been introduced. This was the outcome of a stakeholders meeting held to regulate and address the excesses of some schools, particularly end-of-session programs. Paulo Mukago tells us more on the implications of the far-reaching decisions as the new session begins September 15, 2025.
Public and private schools in the state are already preparing for the new academic session. It is a period where parents and guardians incur a lot of expenses, such as payment of tuition fees and levies depending on the school, as well as purchase of books and other academic accessories. Recognizing the ever-increasing weight and burden on parents, the state government has placed a blanket ban on some activities, particularly in private schools, like graduation party for pupils in nursery and primary schools, as well as junior secondary school students. This is in addition to reviewing the policy of pupils and students writing on textbooks as part of their class and take-home assignments.
In a family where you have 3, 4, 5 children, when the senior one uses a book, the other ones in the family should be able to use it. I have told the stakeholders, the private schools, that this should stop, and a circular is coming up soon.
Stakeholders, while commending the government for the bold step, advocate a sustainable system of monitoring and supervision of academic activities of public and private schools throughout the academic year to forestall a breach in the policy.
They must work with the PTA of each school, so that the PTA, when they are aware, they will be able to disseminate it to other people. But saying it alone, without enforcing it, without the state monitoring team, people just believe it's one of the things that government can say.
Some of the private schools, if you go there and you complain, they will tell you that the expenses too on their side. The government is tasking them. Some people are collecting monies from them, and at the end of the day, it is where the parents bear the brunt of it.
The new policy, residents say, will go a long way in checking the excesses and loopholes in the school system if implemented across board. In Akure, Paul Umukago, NTA News.
The Federal Ministry of Arts, Culture and Tourism and Creative Economy and the National Sports Commission have signed a Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) to develop a national arts, cultural, creative tourism and sports innovation hub within the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. The hub will feature a range of facilities including a National Museum of Arts and Culture, Entertainment Arena and Performance Center, Youth Creative and Entrepreneurship Center, and Sports Heritage Pavilion. The partnership aims to harness the creative, cultural and sports sectors for national development, youth empowerment and global visibility. The project will operate as a public-private partnership and is expected to drive economic growth, creativity and innovation. You are still watching Nta Akure News at 7. We shall be back in a moment. Please stay with us. You are welcome back. You can also watch us on our social media handles, Facebook at Nta Akure and on YouTube at Nta Akure. And now to business news. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission has said that plans are ongoing to implement a net metering arrangement. For this and more on business news, let's join Jessica Omuaka.
The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission has said that plans are ongoing to implement a net metering arrangement that will enable the export of excess power back into the national grid for commercial value. The Commission reported the Nigerian imported solar panels worth 125.3 billion naira in the first quarter of 2025, indicating a rise in renewable energy adoption. NERC stated that the country's solar energy capacity has significantly increased, with imports valued at $200 million. The Commission says in 2023 alone, solar panels imports exceeded $200 million, amounting to over 400 million panels, primarily for captive power generation. By the first quarter of 2025, imported solar panels were valued at around 125.29 billion naira, highlighting the growing shift towards renewable energy, especially in rural and off-grid regions, fueled by the government's efforts and private investments. In another development, the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria has asked the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited to pay the long-held petroleum equalization funds owed to its members. Marketers, through IPMAN Publicity Secretary Chinedu Ukadike, urged NNPC CEO Bayo Ojolari to fulfill loading tickets by supplying paid petroleum products. Ukadike, who commended the new management of the NNPC for generating over 20 trillion naira in 4 months, said the company still owes marketers up to 25 billion naira in unpaid equalization funds. And that will be all on business news. In Akure, Jessica Omwaka, NTA News.
Following weeks of jingles on radio, television and online media platforms to intimate the public on unclaimed dead bodies, Ondo State government has announced a mass burial for 402 decomposing bodies at the State Hospital Akure and University of Medical Sciences Teaching Hospital Unimed, Ondo. Our correspondent reports that this proactive measure is to avert threats to public health. Reports indicate that out of the 402 corpses, 322 are unidentified, while 80 have been identified but unclaimed. Records also show that 146 are females, while 256 are males. Ondo State government, while disclosing that plans are in top gear for the mass burial, noting that only corpses abandoned from year 2024 downward would be buried.
What government and the hospital usually do, it's at periodic time, usually maybe a year or two. Once the bodies become so many, then arrangement is made for mass burial.
While some residents of Akure applauded the decision, others believe that families of the deceased should take responsibility.
If government can make a provision for a place to bury those corpses in the mortuary, it's very nice.
I'm against that kind of responsibility because, to be sincere, they should be able to say exactly the reason why they abandoned those corpses there.
The Ondo State government has, however, issued a 21-day ultimatum to the public to claim any of the bodies before the mass burial, as jingles are also running in the media to create more awareness. From Akure. Next on our lineup is sports updates with Gift George as our guide.